to a live show.
Okay, from movies, acting, we're moving to fashion. And according to this is me. I'm not a fashion designer, okay? But fashion to me is more than what we wear,
Hmm, yeah.
okay? The fact, and I believe that everybody is a fashion designer.
Yeah.
From the fact that before you even put on any outfit, whether male, whether female, whether child, you think about it, okay? And you say, okay, this is this color that matches this. Yes, let me put buba on shokoto. Let me put agbada alone on shokoto, okay? So fashion is beyond what we wear now. It's becoming an art, right? From my own perspective. Okay, so today on our conversation, we're talking about art of fashion design, and we have Mr. Black. Adebayo Adewale, of course, he's a fashion designer, but he would rather prefer to be called Black Pineapple or Black Apple, right?
Yep.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, how did you begin this journey of let me put it as sewing?
Yeah.
Why sewing for people?
Okay. It started back in school, So when I was in school, anytime I tried to rebel, I do wrong things. My dad especially keeps telling me that if you don't go to school and do it, you go and learn tailoring. And then
As if it's a punishment.
As if it's a punishment, like
Okay.
it used to be that back in the days.
Okay.
So deep down in me, I like fashion, but I don't want to be learning. My friends to be going to school, So after school, yeah, I decided like, okay, now this is a punishment they always want to give me. So instead of searching for jobs around, I just went into training, and then.
When you say after school, was it after your tertiary education?
No,
or
after my
secondary?
university,
Okay.
I went to Unilag.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is this industry now that you're into it? Is rather than seeing it as a punishment, which your dad thought it was going to be for you?
It's actually, I wouldn't call it a punishment. He thought it was a punishment, yeah. But down in me, I knew I was going to be a fashion designer, because it has always been what I wanted to do. So, but back in the days, if you are brilliant in a science class, something like that. So I was in a science class. So
You were in science class?
yeah, I studied botany. So I just went there just to be a brilliant student, got a degree in the botany, and then after school, I chased my dreams.
Okay, your name fascinates me.
Yeah.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you came about that name?
Anyways, that name has been like a pass for me, because anytime I meet any new client and I tell them my name is Black Pineapple, they are always fascinated about the name. So I got it from my hair. Yeah, so I was growing my hair. I have dreadlocks here. So growing it up, from gradual process, it was growing, it was standing. So there's a way I packed my hair. So it was after I went to a barber shop to take my hair. So I took a picture, behind my head, and then all I could see is a pineapple. So, and then whereas I'm black, so I had to just infuse both names together. So that's how I got the name Black Pineapple, and it has been helping me ever since.
So, okay, I said something when we started earlier, when I started this conversation. I described fashion designing as an art.
Yep.
I'd like you to, maybe buttress that.
Yeah.
Whether you'd agree or disagree.
Yeah, fashion.
And see it beyond just making clothes.
Fashion is a language, It's a language. It's a way you communicate, you express yourself. Imagine going for a funeral. Everybody knows you have to wear black. It's a statement. So, unlike for me now, I prefer when a customer gives me an outfit to make. I prefer them not to give me design. So I make the clothing based on how I feel. There's a particular music I make for a particular set of clothes. So, bringing out the clothes, it speaks a statement of how I was feeling. Yeah, it's
So you're a designer as well.
yeah, creative designer.
Okay, why not also? I don't know if this matters. I'm not a fashion designer.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're making clothes for a client, based on how you feel, what if it doesn't fit the client?
Yeah, this is how I do it. I mean, I like to be my client's friend, so each time they want to make clothes, most cases, we used to have conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you get to know
yeah,
who they
get
are.
to know who they
Okay.
are, know what they want.
Okay.
So some of them, most of my clients, or most people, some people don't know. They just want to wear clothes.
They
don't know how to
even
pick
They don't know how to
styles.
They
pick.
don't even know what they want.
Like me.
You know,
You don't know
so
how to pick
I don't know
styles.
how to pick
so
styles.
I try to make them understand that this is what she wants to wear. You get, they might get an idea from a design they see somewhere. So I like telling them that to be, I mean, the greatest artists in life, they are all thieves, So we
They're all
don't,
thieves.
yeah, in the sense that there's no new design. We just see
something
design
and copy.
and just recreate it, So when they pick a design, I try to okay, this is what you want. Okay, what do you like? How do you want to? Where are you going to? From there, I get the idea of how I'm going to put it out to them, and then from there, I've never been wrong. They're always,
The feedbacks. Has
yeah, it's always been
good.
nice.
Okay, I'd like us to look at how fashion and colors have evolved over the years. Now you are dressed in pink.
Yep.
There was a time that men do not wear pink.
Yeah.
But these days you see men in beautiful colors,
Colours.
even to their shoes. So let's look at how fashion and colors have evolved over the years.
And you see, fashion, I'm so happy now that fashion has been something very recognizable in Nigeria right now. I mean, from music, I feel like the next big thing Nigeria have right now is fashion. So colors, it's not just colors. I mean, fabric. There's some fabrics men cannot wear before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we are just so open-minded to just try new things. See, as a designer, you need to know how to choose your color right. So colors for me is my own selling points. There's a way I combine before I can actually place two fabrics together. I go online, I search, I see, the comparison. I see if the person is loud, my client is a loud person, or is a very reserved person. So from there, I know the kind of color combination I'll place together. Because sometimes it's not about the design you do. It's just a statement on the clothes. Maybe the way you combine the design. So, and then through colors, I can make a piece of clothes, one design, in like 5 varieties of different colors. And then they will look different, but if you look deep, they are the same thing. So color combination is a very vital part, and then in fashion. Did I answer correctly?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
And I really like the way you combine, because I'm looking at your clothes. I see that the buttons are wine, and it goes with your cap.
Yeah, wine is the closest color to pink.
To pink, and
So-
it suits so well.
Okay, I just want to know how Nigerian culture, fabrics, and traditions influence your designs, because from what you're wearing,
Yep.
I don't know if the fabric is made in Nigeria, but the style is Nigerian, and of course the ashoke. The ashoke fabric has become, very, very popular now. It
Yeah.
used to be a highly revered fabric that just used to be worn on occasions, for events, particular events rather. But today it has become everyday wear for Nigerians and even people outside Nigeria.
Okay.
How has our culture, now begin to affect your designs, and of course the fabrics you work with?
Okay. See, let me start from the ashoke. You said ashoke never left. Ashoke has just been there. Currently, ashoke is trending as a wear. Yeah. And ashoke is basically, I feel like it's basically for Yorubas. Because everybody like Igbos they have Isiagu, yeah. The South, they have velvet with beads.
Okay.
You get, so ashoke, and then ashoke. Let me just emphasize on ashoke. Ashoke is a piece of fabric that it has been is a luxury fabric. You know, before you can actually say you want to wear ashoke, it has to be for like a special. Back in the days, a special occasion. We used to make it in agbada and stuff like that. But right now, we've infused. We've actually upgraded the culture. I mean, we didn't limit. We've made it we
made
didn't
it more modern.
yeah, we more modern. We don't want to limit it. Yes. So now, instead of back in the day, instead of the only thing you can use ashoke to make is agbada, danshiki,
shokoto, danshiki.
yeah, but now,
buba.
yeah, but now,
Two piece.
two piece. Now we have two piece, ashoke pants,
Baggy
lagbaja pants, and the shirts. You get sometimes it can just be a touch of ashoke in the pocket size. You know, currently I'm selling a collection of ashoke right now. Because me, I don't like to do the fashion with. I don't do fashion with trend. I don't do fashion. I stay on my own pace. When it's the right time for me to push it out, maybe other can trend on my own stuff. Yeah, do you understand?
Okay.
So culture. Culture, African culture, and then African culture has actually. There's a way a African culture cannot. I don't know how to place it right. You know. I don't know how to place it right.
Okay. I was talking about our culture as our identity and the fabrics we have, and how that affects the designs you make. That's what I'm asking you.
Like ashoke and then
Ankara, adire, what you're wearing.
Yeah.
How it inspires your kind of designs.
To bring out your designs.
Okay. Let me rephrase it this way then. You know, like I've said, Isiago. When I see Isiago, okay, a client comes to me that, okay, Isiago, this is what I want to do. Automatically, I know.
Let me make it easier for you. As a fashion designer, when I bring my fabric, okay, I want you to take us now through a process, you know, from when you get a fabric, and then what comes to your mind, the next thing you do, and how you have a finished cloth. So what is the process like from when you get a fabric, no matter the fabric, whether ashoke, whether Ankara, what is the process of, you know, making, you know, a design out of a fabric that is being brought to you by a client?
Okay, I get it now. So when at first, the first process is getting the fabric, So after getting the fabric, for me, like I said, I just try to know what the person wants to. I don't like to get design from them. So when I get the fabric from them, I take my time, like a day or two out of the deadline I've given them, to study the fabric, the color, the type of fabric
texture.
It is, texture of the fabric, because sometimes people, they'll bring this design with a different fabric. I'll make it clear to them that this fabric will not work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I will not even do it, because at the end of the day, if you go outside now and nobody's giving you the compliment, or they'll actually, I will give you this.
This is the carpenter that
you will not say you are not bring the wrong fabric. So I like to place it that no, there's certain fabric for certain design.
Suitable for certain designs.
You cannot use ashoke to do some certain design. You cannot use Ishiago to do some certain design. You get it? So if you bring a fabric to me, I consider the color, I consider the texture, and I consider if you are willing to share. I consider your occasion and your personality. So when I know that, so I proceed on. Definitely, I have to cut it. I have to cut and then take my measurement right, and from there, the rest is my inspiration. I mean, music, and then before you know it, in less than a couple of 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah,
I like that you said music. So you listen to music while
it's my therapy, you know.
It's your therapy.
Okay. All kind of music.
It aids his work.
Yeah. I want us to look at some of the challenges that fashion designers as yourself are facing in the fashion industry.
A lot of challenge, but let me just give you.
From that side, it's plenty.
A lot.
Is there a lot?
A whole lot, man. Sometimes clients will actually see you as if they are the one doing a favor. You get. But for me, I mean, I actually stopped that a long time ago because I'm a very confident person. I had to stop it at, guy, I'm rendering you a service because it depends on how you place yourself. That is the way you get a return, you know. So some clients see it as if they are doing you a favor. Imagine a client, and what they do is, I'm on travel, I'm traveling tomorrow, and then 7 a.m. it has to be there. You get, and then you work overnight. You get, you won't sleep, and then 7 a.m. you get there, the person is still sleeping. You know, and then you will not be able to talk. Or
Customer is always right.
Customer is always right. Sometimes I feel like if not for this job, number one, you know, you get.
Some people for don't collect.
I tell you.
But do you have like a duration of how long you can deliver a fabric?
Yeah. The minimum I'll give is 1 week, depending on the.
Is that express? I know there's this one they say express.
Express. It depends on who the person is.
Okay.
You get, yeah. The express depends. You can tell me you want a clothes. You can bring in the money and say you want it before 5 o'clock.
That one is express.
Express is the call.
And now your money they talk.
Now your money go talk. I don't want to say it, but you've said it. Now your money they talk. So, you know, it depends on who you are, what you can offer. So that's express. But the minimum I will give you, I will not disappoint you. The minimum is 1 week. So from 1 week to that day, expect your clothes. I will not give you a time on that day, but that day I said I'm going to deliver, you will get it. Yeah.
Okay. So
I still want to say something because on the part of consumers, should I say consumers or customers now? You're looking at me like that.
Yeah.
Some, did you call them tellers now, fashion designers? Even when they tell you your clothes will be ready in 2 weeks, it will not be ready.
Thank God you said tailor, fashion designer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are different, yeah. Tailors are those ones that they can just sew.
Tailor Laurent.
They can just sew. They don't know the business part. They don't know how to manage a customer. So they will be good at what they do. But instead of taking that, okay, I want to service 10 customers and I want to serve them better, they rather take from you. So those are the ones that give us bad names. You guess. They will take from this, and then you are not a machine, and they don't want to share the money. And then this work, you cannot do everything. Imagine going to the market to get the fabric. After getting the fabric, you get home, you'll be tired, you want to rest. You rest, you will cut, you will think of design, and then the most ethic part of tailoring is the finishing. When you think you are done with the job, that ironing, this mistake, that's the most heavy part of it. So imagine you want to do finishing on like 10 clothes, and then you get in 1 week. How the hell do you want to meet up? You will not meet up, and then you have spent the money. It now look as if you are doing a free job. So those things tend to just break them, and then they will not meet up, and they'll just give us designer bad name.
you know,
Yeah, that's really
you mentioned something now, but I want you to elaborate on it. I want you to tell us the difference between a fashion designer and a tailor.
Okay. Tailor, let me just.
I call everybody tailor.
No, they are different.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Everybody, anybody can learn it to become a tailor. You can learn manually and become a tailor and know how to sew. But in my space, I have apprentices. So I will teach them tailoring for a certain period of years.
And that tailoring, what does it entail?
That's the basic. That's the basic measurement. So joining. How to control the machine.
Okay.
From there.
Do you make clothes?
Me? My sister.
Because I saw you doing your legs like
how
that.
to
Me,
control
anytime
the
I do the
machine.
match, it's always going reverse.
You see? So that's very
Multi-bacam.
vital. How to control the machine, how to tack the button, then you proceed to how to. I prefer for you to know how to sew before you know how to cut, because cutting is very delicate. One mistake, you're gone.
Okay.
So
that is the tailoring aspect.
That's the tailoring aspect.
Okay.
So when you are done with that, then I proceed on teaching my apprentice the fashion business.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when you proceed from a tailor to a proper fashion designer. For me, that's when you proceed from a tailor to a fashion designer.
So what is the fashion business all about?
Fashion business is where you manage people. I mean, the way you manage people, the way you manage your finance, your networking. Because some tailors, they can only sew, they cannot communicate. Yeah, I mean that's one disadvantage about them. They can only sew, they cannot they are mostly timid. They are behind the cameras. Okay. Give them any design in the world, they will do it. But go out there, they cannot stand on their own. Let me just put it that way. They prefer to work under people.
Okay.
So those are tailors.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So,
okay.
do you understand now?
Okay. So the fashion designer is like the face of the business. He's the one that turns tailoring into business, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there's a part. I mean, in the fashion world that most clients don't know.
Okay. What is that?
There are some bodies, we call them middlemen.
Middlemen.
Yes.
And what do they do?
Yeah, the middlemen now are the most people clients call fashion designers.
Okay.
So I'll put it to you, they cannot sew a rope.
I get.
Do you understand? They will not be able to sew a rope. They just go out there, they can communicate, they can reach out to people, they can gather customers, so they'll get a job and bring it to tailors.
And the ones that say bespoke.
Yeah, they call bespoke. They cannot.
Okay.
So
this is a master class. I'm learning.
Yes, so
I'm learning how it works here. Okay. There's something my daughter told me about mass production.
Okay.
That there is also a market in the fashion industry where you just have streams of tailors, and they are the ones that produce all those different sizes of a particular style. How is that good in in fashion designing? Can you also call that fashion design?
Yeah. I mean, fashion
does it also affect the quality of the clothes?
Of the clothes that's being made.
It's mass production, so you cannot compare to a bespoke.
But
I have a friend that does an outfit for one outfit for 2 weeks. And would you be able to compare that one with the person that does
mass production
100 pieces in 1 week or 4 days?
Okay, but these are the kind of I'll call them tailors. These are the kind of tailors that those who do ready to wear, who do not know how to sew. These are the kind of people they contact, and they still get to sell those things.
Yeah, that's where fabric comes in. I mean, fashion has we have different kind of fashion. Unlike me, I station myself at bespoke, kaftans, once in a while suits, office wear. The one you're talking about are people that deal with streetwear. Streetwear is very easy to make in mass production.
It will too be streetwear.
Yeah, I mean the hoodie, the polo, like you want to have a retreat and you need the polo.
Oh,
okay.
Do you understand?
Okay, those are the streetwear.
Yeah, so it's easy for them to make like 100 pieces in 2 days. 2 person can do it because the way they do their own, I mean, they deal with a different kind of machine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By me,
Which is it faster than the normal one?
It's
industrial.
It's industrial. It's faster because they don't really put attention to sizes, to details.
Okay.
Unlike me, I mean, I have to use the needle to get the measurement. Then they use whipping machine. So, vim. Do you understand? So it's easier and faster. I wouldn't say they won't get the best results because it's streetwear. You cannot be particular about the actual measurement. They just get extra large, you understand? So it's very easy to make. So they are doing their own branch of fashion, and which is right.
Okay, we've been talking about fabrics now. We've talked about shoke, we've talked about Ankara, we've talked about Adire. So I'm going to ask you, how do you now balance tradition and modern fabrics for today's consumption?
Tradition fabrics, like how?
Okay, I said, how do you balance tradition and modern trends, styles in your work?
See, I say there's no new fashion.
Because you've talked about bespoke, and a lot of people still, even if it is bespoke, they still want to use our tradition, our fabrics, you know, that has been used traditionally, and they want to bring it back. So I'm asking you, how do you now balance, you know, tradition and modern trends?
See, in fashion, there's nothing like new trend. We steal from the old trend, and we now modernize it to the new world.
Yes, that's balancing.
Yeah, that's balancing.
Yeah.
You know. So the only fabric I can still use is still ashoke. We are, you know, the ashoke has different types.
Of course.
We have there's this old one, this Ijebu one.
There's Alari.
Uh-huh.
There's Sonyo.
Sonyon.
There's
Yeah.
Etu.
Yeah. So there's a way we now inculcate our own style, our own
Modern trend.
I don't want to use modern trend.
Okay.
I want to use inspiration.
Okay.
Yeah. Now to not infuse on the fabric.
Okay.
See, there are some things. I mean, if you're not a designer, there's something you will not understand.
Okay. Let us understand.
Yeah. See, sometimes it comes when you see the fabric.
It comes
The inspiration comes
when you see the fabric. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, with the particular olden days styles. Now, if you bring a fabric to me now, I will just take a glance and like couple of, okay, I don't want to brag, probably 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes though, and then I would assure that I'll use that old fabric to bring out a new trend, and then you will like it, you will love it. Let me use that way. You will love it. I'm so positive about it. So I really don't know how to use. I mean to.
No.
attend to the
So
question
I have a picture of what
You have a
you're
picture
talking
I'm trying to
about.
say,
Yes,
yeah.
I have a picture of what you're saying.
Okay, let's look at the basic skills that someone who is about to venture into this fashion design industry, what are the basic skills that they must have? Looking at it holistically with the business sense and also the customer service sense, the fashion sense, everything all together.
The first thing I would say, if you want to learn fashion design, is you need to understand that you need to be organized. Yes.
You need to be organized.
Yes,
Okay.
because it deals with organization.
Somebody told me that to be a fashion designer, you must know mathematics.
Yes, so the
Nah.
You must be good with calculations
it's
when it
just-
comes to cutting and all of that.
I mean, the calculation in fashion is just like 1 + 1, 2 + 2.
Okay.
The more you do it, the more it
You
becomes
get
easier.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, can I bring out a tape rule?
Of course.
Okay. So now, when I tell you my chest is sorry.
You're bringing out money.
No, it's not funny. Money. It's like money.
They always go about with tape rules.
Yes, it does.
That's what we do now. Imagine.
You reach there?
You tell me you always have a barrel in your bag now.
Yes.
You know. So when I tell you my chest is 42 or 40 for instance, why sewing? This is your chest. This 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why sewing? Why cutting? Let me say. Why cutting? If you are cutting it,
Okay.
to cut chest 40, you have to divide by 4.
That's the mathematics we are
It-
talking
That's
about.
10.
The only mathematics we do is by 4 by 2.
Okay.
Okay.
We believe every body part has 4 sides.
Okay.
Because if you foot, this is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh,
You get? So when you take somebody around, you have to. It's easy to know that you have to divide by 4.
Four.
This is thigh.
Okay.
This is just 1.
Okay.
If you take this measurement, it's by 2.
So, okay.
I can never.
It's
do
very
this.
easy.
Mathematics was
The
never
arm
my thing.
by
by
2.
2.
Okay.
The
Shoulder.
Yes,
by
neck
2.
is by 2 because it's 1.
Okay.
By
Shoulder
2.
uncle.
Shoulder is by 2.
Okay.
Shoulder is just 1 by 2.
Oh.
So it's just anatomy, biology in
Inside theory.
inside
I'm
tailoring.
already disinterested because when,
You know.
when I start to hear figures, not money shall,
Okay.
but when I start to hear by 2, by 4,
okay.
I stay back.
It's easy math, but the more you
Do
do it, the more you
get
understand
The more you
it. So
get
it's
used
a
to
very
it.
easy thing. Very, very. Except you don't have passion for the work.
I don't have.
Yes.
I don't have.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Black Pineapple Tribe. It's been insightful, sharing your craft with us. I don't know why I keep calling you Black Pineapple. Adebayo Adewale
Please
has
do,
been
Black
our
Pineapple.
has been our
Sometimes
guest on the
very clever, I don't know.
conversation this morning, and we've been talking about art of fashion design. It is acting me. I want to all this +2 +4. Okay, leave me out of it. Thank you very much for joining
Yeah, you're
us.
welcome.
We'll go on a short break. When we come back, the conversation continues.